end of the world as we know it.
Roger Man here again, and today I guess I'm going to do kind of another little review thing. It's something that I've showed you guys before, probably a couple times. My first video ever, it was one of my blade items, my Channel is Born video, which would be the 11 essential items for a bug out bag. Then after that, I showed it again a couple weeks ago in, I believe it was the trapping video, because I used it. I've used it once, and it was for that video. And, well, I'll stop calling it, and I'll show you. I'm talking about this. The Camillus Carnivore X. It is Camillus. I'll give you I lived in a town in New York, right near a, these said they are made in New Jersey, but I did live near the Camillus Cutlery in New York. I don't know if there's any direct relation, but what I can tell you is I bought this at Wal-Mart for 25 bucks. Now, as you can see, this little guy right here that comes with it has braids on it. I did that myself for one reason, and I'll tell you that reason shortly. But, you know, like I said, I come from a town where they had the Camillus Cutlery. It was right near where I was at. But anyway, this was $25 at Walmart, right? So this is a full tang machete. It kind of looks like a big knife because the whole thing is 18 inches long, see? I've showed you guys this before. I don't know if you remember, but the blade, this part itself actually has a extremely aggressive saw blade, a rope cutter, a flat end for like shoveling. It says you can use it as a chisel, but I definitely wouldn't use that as a chisel. And then it has a tanto kind of style blade all the way down it. It's titanium bonded. Now, it's still stainless steel. See, it says, I don't know if you can see it, but it says titanium. Underneath the tiny word there is bonded. It's still stainless steel. The bonding process is like, I think it's titanium oxide and another chemical that they use it to treat the stainless steel to make it stronger. It says it's 3 times stronger than stainless. So, I mean, we'll put it to the test for real today. I mean, last time I used it, it was for some light stuff. But I'm gonna test it out for you guys. I'm gonna do some chopping and stuff. But the thing here on the end is, I've seen a couple videos where people didn't know what it was. I don't know the exact use for it. It could probably be, you could probably use it to break some glass because it's got a little, you know, that. But I wouldn't use it for that. It's got a lanyard loop. But what I believe this is for, this is just me thinking, is it's a striker. See? I believe that's what it's for, so you don't mess with the blade here. Now, this seems like it's pretty sharp to me. It's got a polymer handle here, and as you can see, there's ridges for running 550 cord on here. The grip is a little slippery. I don't feel too bad holding it in my hand. It's got that nice ergonomic grip there, so you can hold it pretty tightly. It feels good in my hands. Some people I saw were saying they didn't like the way it felt in their hands. That could easily be fixed by wrapping this up with some 550 cord and getting a little grip on it. Or you can go out and you can buy some gun grips. Not the actual grips you screw on, but the grip paper. Honestly, it'd probably be cheaper to buy skateboard grip. It's already sticky and it's already has the grip on it. You just got to cut it out to the way you want it. But skateboard grip tape, I think you can get it for like $2 for a whole sheet. The sheet's the size of a skateboard. So, I mean, that's more than enough for whatever you want. You can put it on your handgun, you can put it on your rifle, you can put it on this too. So that's the knife. This little explanation on it. Let's go ahead and take a little piece of like a charcoal bag here. Let's just go ahead real quick and... Yeah, it's not too bad. It's kind of glides along a little bit. Cuts at an angle. It's not too shabby. But you know, it's a machete, so it shouldn't be extremely sharp. But it's you know. So there's for the machete blade. Now, we'll go over this little guy real quick. As you can see, the sheath right here has a little plastic liner in it, so you don't mess up the sheath with the blade. And then it comes with this little guy right here, little knife, but it's actually not a knife. You could use it as a knife, but I mean, the handle is just way too small for me to even want to. I mean, it's like 2 fingers, maybe 3. Yeah, 3 fingers. This is actually designed to be a spearhead or a harpoon head. Now, it comes with little hex bits in it, but honestly, if I was ever going to use this, this would be my spearhead. So that is why I wrapped it in 550 cord, because there's little notches in it. I'll show you one. There's the first notch right here. There's little notches in it, so when you stick it down in the end of a stick, you can use those notches to get a locking point for your rope, your lanyard here. So I wrapped it in 550 cord, because if I ever need to use it as a spearhead, I already have what I need. All I got to do is untie 2 knots and then slide all this out, and then we're good. So this is actually a spear slash harpoon head, but this is also, I believe it's also titanium bonded. Maybe it's just stainless steel, but that would be why it has these little cutouts in it to give you some. Once it goes in, it's going to be rough coming out type deal. So there's that. It comes with that. I thought it was pretty cool that it comes with this little thing, and it's detachable. You can take the sheath off. See, I took the sheath off. If I wanted to have this on my belt, there's a belt loop, but I'd rather just, you know, stick it with a machete. But anyway, so there's the explanation of the 2 products. Well, the one product that comes with 2 blades. I'm gonna go ahead and do some chopping and sawing and all sorts of stuff. So I tried to make it quick. I'm just gonna do a little bit of chopping and stuff. I'll try to make it quick, but yeah, let's do this, guys. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm just going to skin the bark off this a little bit, just to give a little idea of what it can do. So I'm going to come this way and skin a little bit of bark off. Well, as you can see, my chairs are a little wobbly, but I don't see any malfunctions here with this part, with the skin. The skin's pretty good. Now, let's go ahead. If you guys wanted to see real quick, see, that's what it is right there. I could just literally just shave it right off, see? Alright. So there's that. Hold on, you know what? I'm going to move you a little closer. Hold on one second. Okay, that's a little better. So anyway, I shaved it off a little bit, as you can see there. Shaves just fine. Seems like the blade's pretty sharp. So what I'm going to do now, we'll do a little chopping, and then we'll see what it looks like from there. Alright, so even with the absorption from the chairs and stuff, I was still able to cut a pretty nice chunk out with just those few little hits. So that's pretty good. As you can see, this is a solid, dead piece of tree. Picked it up off the ground. So there's that right there. Sorry, I got a weird angle on it for you guys, so you can't really see what damage I'm doing, but at the same time, I'll turn it over and show you whenever I'm done. Actually, I'll try and do it at an angle a little bit here. So I got my saw. I'm going to use the saw blade here. So, saw blade's pretty aggressive. It gets stuck. So you kind of got to... It doesn't help that I have this set up on chairs. But just from that little bit, I mean, look at that. Just from that little bit right there, that's what that did. I can't promise it'll go all the way through the whole tree, nor would I use it for a tree this size. I would use it for smaller things, such as limbs and whatnot. But, so there's the chop on a tree. Like I said, this is a small tree, and it's pretty dead, so that's solid wood. Solid. So now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go ahead and clear a little bit of brush. I'll do that holding the phone, so it might look a little, or my camera, which is a phone. So it might look a little weird, but, you know, why not? Let's do it. Bush right here by my house. You might not be able to hear me because of the air conditioning unit, but this is where I got my thick brush at. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple chops. As you can see, it cuts through pretty easy. Let's get back over here where we can see a little better. Yes, that was a kiddie pool. Alright, so let's go ahead and check that out. For a machete, it's a pretty decent cut. See that? Pretty decent cut for a machete. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy with this part because I don't want to potentially destroy it because, you know, I actually like this. But we'll go ahead and big rock right there. Now, would I suggest using this as a shovel? No. But as you can see, not too shabby. You know, I mean, it gets the job done, gets in there like it's supposed to. So, that's the shovel portion of this here. You know, let's go ahead and fill that back in there. As you can see, there's a lot of rough dirt and rock down here, so, you know. Alright. Alright, so, I'll get back to you in 1 second. Alright guys, so I'm going to move this tree here, so let's set this down. Then, now, this isn't a great representation. I don't have a lot of lumber around here right now, like, well, not lumber, but logs. It's hard to come across those around here. But what I do have, I have this little guy right here. So, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to go ahead and try and split this thing down the middle. And I forgot to grab something to hit this with. Give me 1 second. Handle on this file here, so I don't have too much pressure, so I'm going to see how easy it cuts. Oh, well, like I said, that wasn't a great piece of wood, but here's the issue you run into with that. With batoning with this thing. See that? It just chewed that handle right up. That's the issue. But, before it split, that's what I got there. Pretty solid cut. And it would have kept going. But, yeah. I got sap on me. So, for fresh trees and batoning, this would probably be great. I don't know how well it would work with a dead tree. But, yeah. So the one last thing I'm going to test out for you guys is the rope cutter. So I'll be back in just 1 second. So, got us some 550 cord here. Now, 550 cord's a little bit stronger than, obviously it's stronger than jute twine. The coating on seems a little more solid than regular rope. Now, the problem with this is that this is not nearly big enough for a piece of rope. Unless you got small rope. I mean, obviously smaller rope you could fit in there. So, I see this being more for some 550 cord. Now, the problem is the only place I can grip this is down here, so I can't get any really closer without grabbing the blade or the saw blade. But I'm gonna see what happens here. See that? There we go. That took a minute. Now, I'd probably be better off, if I was a guessing man, I'd be better off doing it this way, like so. See how fast that cut? One swipe, done. So, when you buy, if you do go out and buy one of these, I would recommend sharpening that rope cutter, because if you look at it, I don't know how well you guys can tell, but it's not really that sharp. It says it's a wire cutter, rope cutter, / whatever cutter, string cutter type thing. Anyway, so I would definitely recommend, if you're going to go out and get that, you should probably get like a round sharpening stone and hit that up right there, that rope cutter. It might work as a good gut hook, possibly, if you sharpen it up too, stick it in and drag it down type deal. But I actually really like this. So it's a machete, but it's a compact machete. I mean, you know, realistically, that isn't that big. I mean, machetes usually come like 20 plus. You can buy smaller ones like this too, but I don't know. I kind of like this one. Plus, I mean, it totally looks like a zombie knife. Check that out, right? Zombies. Anyway, I think it's a cool knife. It tested out pretty decent in my book. I think, I mean, I would recommend getting one, because I'm sorry, but for 25 bucks getting a solid piece of equipment like this, pretty good. The only thing that I don't really like about it is the handle. I like the way it feels, but at the same time, it could be a little grippier, so I'm probably going to go ahead and grip that up. Probably throw some 550 cord on there just to get a better grip. And also, the other thing about this is the plastic. It probably does need some sort of wrap or something, because it feels like the plastic takes a little bit of the shock when you hit something with it. It vibrates in the hand a little bit. Not enough to like hurt like really bad, but you can feel the vibration. So the only thing I would recommend about this is wrapping the handle. Get a little bit more insulation on it. Maybe 550 cord would probably be my best bet. It would probably help absorb some of the shock a little bit, like a padding on there kind of. Other than that, I really like this knife. I mean, like I said, I'm going to sharpen this hook, but the saw blade is very aggressive. It cuts pretty good. You know, like if I was out in the wilderness and I needed to cut down some small tree branches, definitely go for this. You know, and if I needed to make some wood chips or just chop brush, this is actually pretty decent machete, guys. I don't know how much it would actually take to break one of these, but they did make an improvement on this machete. I think, from what I understand, the old one, the tang didn't go all the way out to here like this. It was just a plastic handle that covered it all. So, to my imagination, the metal inside of this handle is actually the size of the handle now, or close to it anyway. So I think that's one of the improvements they made since the original Carnivore, looking at some of the older reviews. But before I go too crazy on ranting here, I'm going to cut this short. But like I said, guys, I would recommend this, and especially for 25 bucks. You're not going to get one better than this for 25 bucks. I plan to do a comparison between this and another cheaper machete. You know, this is for us guys on a budget like myself here. I got a family to take care of, so I got to, you know, budget a little bit. But anyway, I will get a cheaper one as well, and I will compare it to this next time. I already have one in mind. So you guys will see. It'll be I'll probably try that one next weekend, because I got something planned for you guys tomorrow already. But I hope you guys found this useful, and I'm not saying go out and buy one, but at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to have one. If you don't have a machete already, you might as well invest in this. This is it's small, lightweight, it's pretty versatile. I think it weighs over maybe like a couple pounds at the most, even in the sheath. So yeah, guys, I would definitely recommend getting one. So I hope this was a helpful review for you guys. Yeah, at the same time, hopefully it was informative as well. So, as always, guys, I appreciate the upvotes. I love reading your guys' comments. I got a lot of comments from Oily last night. She had to do some catching up, so I definitely appreciate that, Oily. Thanks for trying to catch up. I know you still got a little ways to go, judging by the comments, but, yeah, I love your guys' comments, and I definitely appreciate it when you guys re-steam. I think Oily re-steamed a couple of mine last night too, so thanks again for that. I thank you to everyone who re-steams my stuff. It feels great to know that you guys actually like my content enough to share it with other people, so I appreciate that very much, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going, but I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully you think tomorrow's a cool one. I hope you thought today was a cool one too, but tomorrow's gonna be a cool one. I hope that you think it, but I know it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool. It should be cool. Anyway, alright guys, I will talk to you tomorrow, and I appreciate it. Thanks.